What's up, y'all? Blade from Ready Clips here, bringing you our next war recap. Here we took on Separi War, and we perfected them. They sucked. They went through to start a lot of our people, but they did not even come close to using their attacks, which obviously they could see the writing on the wall. We missed 2 attacks. Not really sure what happened there. One of our guys just never showed up, so we'll see what the deal is with that. But anyways, really easy war. These bases were not that good. I mean, we had I want to say we had at least 8 attacks left at the time we perfected. So in a 20-man war, I mean it's pretty good perfecting within almost with just 75% of our attacks. So so again, like I said, not the greatest war, not super tough. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feature some of the guys who pulled off six packs. So a lot of these guys I show all the time, honestly, because they're always bringing nice raids. But you know what? Every Town Hall 9, and we'll do one of the Town Hall 8s that got the 6-pack this war. I'm going to show those off. So the one Town Hall 8 that I'm not going to show is Neon, which you guys have seen all the time because he is always getting 6-packs. But we're going to take him off this time just because we had a lot of other good ones to show. So we're going to start off with Dr. J. Pretty much every attack this war was a pretty straightforward Goho. These bases were all pretty symmetrical, and when it came down to it, there were a couple obvious bomb locations, and the whole idea was just to penetrate into the base with a kill squad, kill the defending heroes, particularly the queen. Again, just talking about how these guys were. Their number 2 guys, 11 heroes. That's just poor. But anyway, so Dr. J comes in here, shattered entry from the right-hand side. Is making a big wide funnel with these wizards. Tesla pops, pulls his golems in there, kind of into one spot. Goes ahead and drops his jump right there. Has his queen working on clearing some trash, working her way in. King's just going to go in there, and he's going to charge right to that defending queen. Again, as we just saw, she's a level 11, so pretty weak, and King's just going to kill her really quick, move on to hit some defenses, then come out and he's going to engage the defending king and take that guy out really quick as well. Already, he started with that hog deployment, ended up being giant bombs in there next to those hero pads, but they trigger one at a time. One heal spell is perfect for just keeping those hogs alive through it all. The pathing was awful. And that's one of the frustrating things about these wars sometimes. It's just sometimes the traps like that can actually really throw you off because they just don't make a lot of sense. The pathing is bad, as I said. In which case, we don't really plan for what might hit us in those spots because we don't anticipate things being in those spots because we know those spots are ineffective. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I mean, the whole reason we don't expect things in those spots is because they're not going to work well, and they don't work well. So it may surprise us a little bit. Every now and then, that surprise could cost us a little, but not here. Dr. J just steamrolls this base. I mean, look at that. He's got probably 15 hogs left. I think he brought like close to 30. But just absolutely destroys the space. So nice hit, Dr. J. Next, Zoltan. New guy to the clan. I think I mentioned that before, but he's been firing on all cylinders since he joined, so I'm sure we'll see a bunch of him. Again, a lot like our raid with Jay, he's gonna just come in here with the Goho. With the CC spell donation now, luring out those CCs, double poisoning whatever's in there down to the ground is just all there is to do. Probably one of the best things people can be putting in their CCs nowadays are lava hounds, because you can't poison those down. So they probably take the longest of anything to kill, but even those are really easy to deal with, but whatever. So he starts in with this really wide funnel, breaks off the edges with some minions that aren't going to be touched by anything over there on the sides. And once this gold mine goes down, he's going to go ahead and start with his deployment of his golems. So they go in, just target this wall. Wizard's down to work on more funnel. And then we're about to see some wall breakers come in here and just open up the way right into the core of that, that huge core compartment of the base. So wall breakers get caught by a, I don't know if it was a mortar shell or what, but ultimately, they go down, and King beats through the wall instead. Heroes go in, hits those abilities, drops a rage on there just to have those guys do a little extra work in this core. Defending heroes are both already down, which is obviously important. That weird giant bomb out there in the corner, a bit of a trick, but he also noticed he was able to get 2 giant bombs, right in that main compartment as he entered in there as well. So that's pretty awesome. And then just filters in those 2 nice packs of hogs, and they're just going to run right through this base. Drops a couple heal spells. Really is very patient with this last heal spell. A lot of people are not patient enough to wait this long. Not that it would have mattered. He probably could have swagged it because he destroyed this base so hard, but really was patient. Trusted his hogs to take down the next bow without it, and heals them once they get up to those final point defenses. And then that is that. It's game over, and he is just doing some cleanup work. So, Sultan, very nice raid, man. Glad to have you, and I know you'll be showing up more and more, man. Nice 6-pack. And I'm not going to show every attack from these 6-packs, but I am going to give them all props for what they've done. So Sean here on number 4. Really liked this raid here. This was maybe their most tricky base because... actually, you know what? Never mind. Oh, wasn't this one? Sorry, after watching all of these, it can be a challenge to remember, what exactly I saw at each of them. But anyway, so Sean goes no lure here, and just starts in with his golems. Actually does kind of intentionally lure them, but doesn't just kill them. He starts in right away with his shattered entry, double poisons the CC as they're approaching his golems, and kills them off with his queen. And then puts that jump down there. The king has already taken down the defending queen. Doesn't even have to go into the base to get that, but going to use that jump to get in there with his golems and with his heroes and take down some defenses. But also, hopefully, I think we were anticipating Teslas. Maybe all the Teslas were outside. Yeah, I guess they were. So that town hall is just sort of on an island in there, and nothing really has much reason to go beat through 2 halls to get to it. So they're just going to kind of keep ringing around the base. But Sean plans for this pathing, absolutely perfectly. Does a really, really nice surgical deployment on his hogs here. Just heals everything like at the perfect time. Just gets those hogs right inside those heals as they're taking stuff down. And they just rope right around that base. And Queen, as you can see, finally did beat through a wall and go after that town hall. And but it's all just clean up. Hog's gonna chase down that king, kill him, and kill off everything else that's holding up there in the base. So nice hit, Sean. No, we can always count on you for some good stuff. Alright, who was the other one that I wanted to show? Grantham. So Grantham, he's been with us a little while. I don't know if I've gotten to show him before or not. He always does pretty good work, and so If I haven't shown him before, that's my bad. But he's a lower weighted Town Hall 9. But yeah, does some good stuff here, and it's going to come in, tear this base down, and give him some props for that. So starts off with the usual, the CC lure and kill with the poison. Sort of try to speed through that a little quicker, as that just has gotten so boring now. And then it starts with his golem deployment. He's got he used wall breakers to get that CC lure and open up that wall right off the bat, which was nice. Nice little touch there. Puts his queen down, going to take down that defending king as that king's trying to work on his golem that went inside there. There's plenty of wizards down to work on the funnel and whatnot. Just sort of puts that jump, right there to keep moving his golems in towards those interior defenses. And of course, his king that he dropped there is going to take that jump as well and go right after that queen as she's engaging his golems. So defending queen is now down. Both defending heroes are down. He's hit his king ability as he's just going to sort of run around and do some damage in the core. And, actually starts deploying his hogs more on the backside rather than, typically you kind of want to wrap them around starting right with where your kill squad is so they can take advantage of some of the tanking that kill squad's doing. But, Grantham kind of had a different plan in mind here. Was able to just come in right off the backside, filter him in there. One of the concerns in this base is being all these giant bombs in the core. All 4 of them end up being right in one spot, which is ridiculous. Just a horrible idea for the guy who built this base. And so, a small pack of the hogs that are working on along that one side, trigger all of those. Meanwhile, the rest of his hogs, and sorry, before, while we're watching this cleanup, he's still got 9 hogs in the bag. He swags 9 hogs. That's how bad he absolutely wrecked this base. So just absolutely crushes it. And, it was a sweet hit. Don't want to take anything away from that hit because that was awesome. But, these guys need to figure out how to build some better bases because that quadruple bomb right there is just no good. All right, next, I'm going to go ahead and show one of mine. I try not to do this too often. Not that I have good attacks too often, but I was encouraged that because I had a 6-pack as well that I should put mine in here. So I'm going to because I do like to show off as much as I try not to. Start off pretty straightforward. CC lure and drop that poison. And then I'm just going to enter, do a shattered entry here from the bottom of the base and try to take out those 2 major lower compartments and get the queen in the process. So, did pretty well on time. Start deploying my golems down here. Wizards to create the funnel. One of the things I'll critique about myself that I need to get better at is my deployment is pretty slow. Part of it's because I'm trying to be pretty careful. I want to make sure that I'm putting troops where I'm in the spots that I want them. But to some extent, I just need to pick up the pace there because speed can definitely kill a raid. But anyway, so wall break in, drop a rage on my kill squad as they're going to go towards that wall, and then I put in a bunch of wall breakers to utilize that rage and really break through that wall. Though I think they all died to a mortar fire anyways, and my king beat through the wall or something. But whatever, that sort of mishappens. I went in there. My king died so quickly because it was taking a lot of fire while the kill squad was going in. But my queen was able to go in there, lock onto that defending queen. I used her ability to take her down. Then I just started deploying hogs using a surgical deployment style from the right-hand side to go all the way around the space. Notice I didn't take out any giant bombs. This was a fresh hit, so I didn't really know where they were. Turns out they're all in this core. Right here, when I drop my second heal as I'm taking down that expo, right here, it occurs to me, oh my, look at where those two bombs are. There's going to be two more in the core. But I was too late. I was already dropping my heal spell, which if I had not gotten really lucky and had a pack of hogs split up right here, this raid would have been a fail because I would have ran out of time because a bunch of them died of that bomb or get hurt by that bomb and then died of the second one. Fortunately, as you saw, that small pack broke off, and I do think that if it weren't for them breaking off there, cleanup never would have worked out, and I would have lost this raid. But the Clash Gods showed me favor in the way they allowed my hogs to split up, so able to get that 3-star. Alright, next one, let's see, where was Edge? Here he is. Edge, I've probably showed a lot of him because he is a beast of a Town Hall 8. But I know I've shown a ton of Neon's attacks because he is money when it comes to Town Hall 8 3-stars. And he's always racking up those 6-packs, so I've shown him a lot, but Edge does a great job too. He gets a lot of 6-packs. In fact, in that last war, where we did the scrimmage with the Shogun Alliance, I think I mentioned that we had 5 6-packs on one side of that war, and Edge, I'm pretty sure, was one of those at Town Hall 8. So he did really nice work there, and does a really nice job again here. So does kind of a traditional barb feed style kill on that CC, and excuse me, gets that king through that fashion as well. In fact, the way it ends up working out, that balloon kills off a bunch of his wizards because his wizards are busy shooting the defending king. But it doesn't matter. It just sort of does almost like a 5-finger drops, more surgical type deployment all across the bottom of this base. Hogs just filter in there. Drops a bunch of heals kind of early just to make sure he keeps these big packs up as they path through those bombs. That one bomb seemed to detonate at a really late time, but he didn't have many hogs in that particular area at that moment, and so it didn't matter at all. Poison kills off those remaining skellies, but just still has tons of hogs left that are gonna absolutely wreck the rest of this base as time winds down. So great hit, Edge. Keep up the good work, man. And everybody who got the 6-pack, Neon, nice work too. Love seeing you guys bringing these 6-star wars and just getting it done like that. So everybody, nice job. Good war for us, and let's make sure that we get the perfect in the one that's going on right now too. I know we got this. So until next time, peace.